and welcome to our home. After 1 year of being here, we've done a lot to the house and we're excited to take you on a tour of all the updates we've done.
Come on in.
Come on in. Okay, so now that you're in our home, you'll notice one of the very first things we did when we moved into this house is we actually took down all of the shelving that was here. It really opened up the space quite a bit. Now, we did originally want to get rid of this, but we thought that this beam might be load bearing. It might be, it might not be. We want to get rid of it, but for now, I think it really did open up the space quite a bit. And then that takes you into the very first room in our house, and that would be the dining room. And here we are in our dining room. We did just complete this project last week.
Probably about last week, I'd say.
Yeah, and if you tuned into our channel, we actually did do this Venetian plaster. We have a whole video on how to do that, tips and tricks that we learned. And we knew that we wanted something natural and inviting and kind of that cool, modern vibe.
Like a monotone almost. Yeah. It all started with the Venetian plaster here, just getting a little bit of the warmer colors in here. And we kind of just went off from there. Hannah found these really cool Seska chairs on Facebook Marketplace. Originally, they did have a rattan seat, but they did get reupholstered and they look really nice with this cream leather. Ties in beautifully with this vintage glass and chrome table as well. So we're kind of going for that old school feeling and it looks really nice over here. We also did change up the light fixture. So if you saw one of our previous videos, we had a gold pendant light. It was kind of annoying and didn't really fit the space. So we picked this up from IKEA, or as Hannah likes to call it,
IKEA, that's how you pronounce it.
Picked this up and just like the kind of retro vibe, perfectly fit. And I'm a really big fan.
There's no fan.
We need a fan.
And another aspect of this dining room is our vintage bar. This is actually a vintage piece that we picked up from a thrift store in Southern California, and we brought it all the way over here with us. David sanded it down, refinished it, put in new hardware here, or is this original hardware?
That is, it used to be brass, painted it black because we had a little bit of a black theme going on, but now that we have chrome, we might have to change that up.
That might be kind of cool if we did chrome there.
Yeah. But yeah, this was one of the pieces that we brought all the way over from Ventura. She got a screaming deal. I think this was originally about $500. She ended up talking them down to about $200, so it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. So we've been using this kind of as a little bar entertainment area.
It goes really well with Penny the Penguin here. My aunt actually got this for me as a housewarming gift, and it is a 1920s authentic penguin shaker. And it actually comes with
cocktail shaker.
This little set here. So that's Penny the Penguin. And then we also have a couple special little knickknacks that are special to us. We are aware that it doesn't really fit the overall aesthetic of the room, but I think it's important to both of us to kind of set that aside sometimes and really display the things that are important to you. So this is a little piece that I just kind of doodled for David when we were first dating.
Because we clearly like whiskey.
And this is actually a tin thing from the bar from my childhood that we don't have to talk about.
You don't want to tell them how you grew up in a bar?
And here we have our living space where we spend most of our time. It is our living room. And it has gone through a couple different looks. Now, when we first got here, we actually got this beautiful Italian leather couch, and I absolutely despise that couch because it was not comfortable. You need to make your space your own and work for you, not work for the Instagram. And I've always wanted a big fluffy couch. We have 2 dogs. But nothing was gonna stop me from getting my big white fluffy couch, and we did get it. I'm in love. Another thing that made a huge difference in this room is the chandelier here. An Amazon purchase, in fact. I believe Restoration Hardware has these for like $1,000, and we got it from Amazon. I think it was $200. It did take about a month to get here, but I think it made a huge difference. Here is another Facebook Marketplace find. It is a vintage coffee table. See the marble, the chrome ties in with the chrome dining table, also the chrome Barcelona chair. I promise I don't always talk like this. This end table here cost me $6. And then this was also a thrifted piece. I believe that one was $5. So this entire little setup here, $11, not too bad. Davin's got his acoustic guitar here. He likes to play, especially when we're like getting ready to go. He likes to pick it up and play. So if we're ever late to something, Davin is serenading me with Miley Cyrus. What is that song? Party in the USA. And then on the other side of the living room is our beautiful fireplace. When we first moved in, I actually hated this fireplace. This was a flagstone fireplace, and after a couple glasses of wine, I realized we had a 5-gallon bucket of stucco, so we actually just stuccoed right on over the flagstone to give it this beautiful, textured, organic, earthy look, and then we went over and painted a couple different colors of beige just to give it that stony, worn look. And then Davin built this mantle here himself, and this painting is actually pretty special because I was able to create it with my aunt. Her and I kind of tag teamed together to paint it. Another ode to Ventura. We certainly miss it there, but we want to bring as much of home into our home as we can. And this cute little house on the mantle, again, it is not the most aesthetic piece, but it is so cute and adorable. It's a special piece from my childhood, and you can put a cute little tea light in it, and it just brings me a lot of joy.
If you'll notice, we don't have a pug or a Frenchie or whatever kind of dog this is that's in here. We got this as a gift, and we just haven't gotten around to printing out any pictures of the dogs. So we have 3 in spirit.
And this here, it's kind of another odd little knick-knack, but that's what makes your house your home. My dad actually brought this to me after a hike. He found a stick, he thought of me. Now it's a feature in our home.
Nice. And on this wall, we actually have another thrift store / DIY build. We went out to IKEA and all these other places, Pinterest, and we really wanted to find a really cool, nice floating TV console, but couldn't find anything that really fit what we were looking for. We wanted something that spanned the entire wall, was still floating, had some storage space in it. So we actually went to the thrift store and for about $25 picked up this hinged compartment thing. I don't know what it was used for previously, but it was a lot wider. Sorry, Billy. But it was a lot wider, so I actually ended up cutting it down and then went to Lowe's and bought 2 8-foot planks of pine, sanded it, cut it, put a little beveled edge on there, and actually with the leftovers, I was able to what they call kerf cut, which enables you to bend the wood really easily, give it kind of that little chunky look, but really it's only about this thick. And here we have the office / guest room. This is actually one of our most popular videos on YouTube, us redoing the entire guest room. And fun fact, we actually redid it twice. When we first moved in, it was ugly brown walls. Pinterest made us do it. We thought it would be a good idea to paint everything like a really dark, moody green and kind of have that kind of cool, vibey office. It didn't look good in here, so we ended up repainting it all over again. Went to Lowe's, picked up these 1x2s, nailed them to the wall, and created a little accent piece, and it looks really nice in here. Like I said, it's probably one of our most popular videos that we have on YouTube. This is from IKEA, cool little styled lamp there. IKEA. This couch here, or pull-out bed, is from IKEA, so this was one of the better investments that we've made. It was kind of on the pricey side, but it's really cool. Bed pulls out for whenever anybody comes and visits us. We have a lot of family and friends that come and stay the night.
And And then on the other side is my desk. I do work from home quite a bit, so we actually got this desk from Ashley Furniture, and David was really sweet and picked me up a sit-stand desk. So I never thought that I would be this nerdy character that gets into sit-stand desks and the nice monitors, and I might even consider a gaming chair, but I do, you know, sit looking at a computer for many hours of the day. So this is where I am. And then this piece over here, this is of our babies, Billy and Arlo. This is actually when we first got Arlo, and he was actually smaller than Billy. And David did this on Photoshop, I think. And he was just able to kind of make it like a cute little cartoon, and I get to show off my babies in all of my conference calls. So this is our bedroom. As you can see, there is not a lot of natural light coming in here, so that is something that we are working to address. So this bedding we actually just picked up from IKEA yesterday. I love the big fluffy bed, and fun fact, quick tip, if you put 2 duvet covers in here, it makes your bed so fluffy and scrumptious.
And hot.
It's not that hot, but that's how we achieve the fluffy duvet look. David got rid of our nightstands. We had 2 cute little nightstands, and for some reason he sold one. You want to come in here and explain yourself?
So this was the nightstand that I sold. Well, not this one, but we had a matching one. It's from Target, and it's called the Thousand Oaks or the Ventura, which is pretty cool because we're from Ventura and Thousand Oaks is only about 20-30 minutes away. Nonetheless, we had 2 of them. As a little side hustle, I do buy furniture from the thrift store, fix it up. The auction websites that we go to, sometimes I'll buy some furniture and sell them from there. I bought one of these that was on the website already, so we had 3 total, and somebody wanted to buy 2 of them, but I hadn't picked up the other piece yet, so I sold one of ours, and I haven't been able to find it since. So make sure you have appropriate inventory before you go selling stuff. These lamps here are really cool. They're from Hannah's great aunt. They actually have a bunch of naked Roman girls dancing around. Well, ladies, girls is weird. Above the bed we have a couple more of Hannah's art pieces, pictures of us just traveling around, her parents, some of our friends as well. And then actually if you come on in, you'll kind of get an idea of why it's so hard to film in this room, is because it is so long and we don't have much depth to the room. So that's why you're kind of getting these weird house angles. And so on this end of the bedroom, we have Hannah's reading nook over here. This is another chair that we got off of the auction site. And we found this at a thrift store, kind of reminded us of Santa Barbara. It's kind of got a little old school kind of vibe to it. You'll notice that we have some books up here. It is in the plans to build this out as like a whole library book wall, encasing the entire French door that we have here. That way we can build out our library, if you will, and just have a cozy little corner.
French doors is actually a little bonus room that David so sweetly converted into my art room for my birthday one day. And yeah, this is just where I like to hang out and paint. I can actually open up both of these doors. The hinges might be in the works too. And just kind of hang out here. I get to overlook the pool and the beautiful bougainvilleas. And yeah, this is where I do a lot of my painting. This is the primary bedroom, so there is an ensuite, and there's a lot of work to be done. As you can see, there is actually still primer from when we first moved in and got really paint happy, but we decided bathroom renovations are kind of expensive, and we really need to have a really good vision of what we want to do before we get rid of our vanity. Not a big fan of the vanity. It was here when we moved in. It's very short. David and I are both tall people. The only admirable thing really about this bathroom is this cute little tile here. It was hand painted by the original owners of the house. They had 2 little Dalmatian dogs, and actually that's how we were able to get this house, is we communicated to them that we too have dogs, and that's how we got the house. One thing we did kind of do in this bathroom is the scary water closet. We made it less scary just because I was tired of peeing in the dark. So that is the only update that we have made to this bathroom, but again, we do have big plans that is coming up. And then we do have a nice big walk-in closet, but it's not very functional. But for now, it works. This is the only carpet left in the house, and the only reason that we left this carpet is just because we weren't ready to pull the trigger on what we want to do in this bathroom. But hopefully here in the near future, it'll all be gone.
This is our kitchen, completely untouched from when we moved in. In the listings, this actually looked like a brand new kitchen and we were really stoked. But after we got here, we kind of looked a little bit closer at all of the cabinets and all the fixtures. It's very landlord-esque. They just painted over anything and everything. And so one of the first things that we did when we actually moved in here was we took out our dishwasher and replaced it with the wine fridge. We do like to have a glass of red wine every now and then, and keeping it out in the open in the Arizona heat would just absolutely cook it. So we got the wine fridge, kept that for a little while, ended up selling it on Facebook Marketplace and buying a new dishwasher off of Facebook Marketplace. That's one of the things that I really like. We're pretty good at keeping track of what we buy things for. That way when we go to sell it, we can either make our money back or we can make a little bit of extra money. Another Facebook Marketplace find was the sink. Our old sink was about 5 inches of depth and it was one of those 50/50s. Not really that good for washing dishes. So we upgraded it to this, and it's about 9 inches deep. It came with a cutting board and it's really cool. You can move the nozzle. So me being the one that washes the dishes, I really like it.
Thank you all for watching our updated 1-year house tour. We appreciate you all.
And like always, be sure that you subscribe. That way you can keep up to date with any videos that we have. And go ahead and click this video right here. YouTube thinks that you'll like that one and we do too. As always, we'll see you next time on
Make It Modern.